This is your host Diego and our co-host Stimpy.
Stimpy.
Right now we are going to talk the story of Official Narrow Brand.
How was your day, first of all, Diego?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah?
Had a couple of things to do before we went live, and here I am. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
What about you?
Man, relaxing it, enjoying the beautiful weather outside.
Yeah.
My hands are cold, though. That's the only thing.
No,
My hands are really cold.
It's gotten windy from this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially from last night that it was
Oh
pouring.
man, yeah, it was pouring.
Ah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
I have to drain the pool out.
really.
I forgot to do that. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess after our podcast, you can go ahead and do that.
Definitely. All right, so
Ask.
let's talk about your business, Diego. So before starting your business, what were you doing before?
Before, I was a doorman in Long Island City. So I started in 2016. I opened up the company. I started the LLC in the end of 2018, a week before the new year. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember it was a week or two before 2019. So,
Okay.
yeah. So 3 years, I think. Wait, 2 years being into 2 years as being a doorman. That's when I started deciding what I wanted to do. Yeah.
You weren't selling any drugs, right?
No. I mean, I was selling stuff, but I was
Whoa.
I was a reseller on eBay before I opened up. I opened
I
up.
was like, let us clarify this promo, man. You know?
Yeah, no. So I was reselling stuff on eBay before I opened up the company, Official Narrow. So yeah,
All right.
yeah. I wanted.
You did a little side hustles. You had a little side
Oh
hustles
yeah,
here and there.
yeah. Of course.
That's pretty cool.
Besides my bread and butter as a doorman, I went ahead and I was reselling stuff. I would say for I think I started in October, November, December. I say 2 months, 2 months. I was reselling.
But what you were reselling?
Oh,
Items.
anything. So the reason why I started reselling was because I watched this YouTube video that Gary Vee made. So Gary Vee is an entrepreneur who grew his family's wine business and went off building his own business as helping other companies grow and whatnot. So I was just scrolling through YouTube and I saw that he had a garage sale. Like he was participating in garage sales to buy stuff and selling it off of eBay. So there's something that he said that caught my attention. I'm like, if he could do it, I could do it. So instead of me going to garage sales, I went to TJ Maxx, Burlington, what else? Like thrift stores. So
Basically, any discount stores where you can
oh yeah,
get certain objects. Okay.
yeah. Sorry, excuse the noise. There's police officers driving by.
No,
So-
we don't hear it.
No.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, you're gonna hear it in the stream. But yeah, so what else? So upon looking at Gary Vee's video, I was also following other YouTubers who were doing the same thing. Like they were doing Amazon arbitrage, and that is selling. They would buy and send the products to Amazon where people can buy from them. So that was a little bit more advanced because there was a lot more back end that you needed to know off of Amazon, because on Amazon you would have to ship in bulk so you can get a fair market value shipping price instead of having to send it to them individually.
Got it.
Hey, how's it going, Ruben Smokes? Thank you for joining.
So basically, you were selling little stuff.
Oh, I was selling
Here and there.
anything. I was selling Ray Dunn pottery. Like Ray Dunn, she's popular for her how do I explain it? It's like dishes, not dishes, but like pie pie ceramics. You know, like the pie dish. She made mugs. Those were my top sellers. I was also Burlington. What I was doing is scanning the barcode
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was scanning the barcode of anything that I
Basically,
found.
you can compare the prices or
Correct.
something.
So on eBay,
Alright.
when you look up the product and you go through the filters that says completed, I think it either says completed purchase or sold, and it'll tell you how much that product was being sold for.
Okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see. So basically, you was comparing the prices so you can see how much you're able to make from it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Ruben
Alright.
smokes. Need a joint being passed in this podcast. I don't smoke. I mean, I do drink, but I can't. It's not 5 o'clock yet. So
Not yet.
yeah.
But it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly.
5 o'clock. Cheers.
Exactly.
This is water. This is water. Yeah.
Take a pull of your
We're not
joint on
drinking.
our behalf. How about that? So yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I normally did. I did that for about 3 months. I made my profit back. Like on top of buying it from those stores, you get like 60 to 90 days returns. Like you can return the product. So if I didn't get a sale within a certain amount of period, I would go back and return and get my money back. So it worked out.
Were there any times where you had to return things in bulk back?
No. So I would have a limit that I would spend,
Okay.
and I would buy what I thought was a decent price. I mean, before I bought it, obviously I would be in the store, I would scan it, see what it was being sold for, and then I would buy it. But I had a limit that I would purchase stuff every day.
That sounds like a lot of work, though.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in a store, walking around,
It was.
taking out your phone, probably looking suspicious there. Like what is this man doing? With his phone and the and the item in his hand.
No, I really.
You never got security on you from doing that?
No.
Like people thinking you're stealing or something?
No. Because I also have background in loss prevention. Like when I was working for
Okay.
CVS. Yeah, I mean, depends. Like there's certain stores that don't have security. Like they only have security stand-in nearby. But since I have background in that, like I already knew who to suspect, who was lurking around behind me trying to see if I was stealing or not. But no, thankfully no, because no one really wants to go through that situation.
It would have been an awkward situation.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Diego, what motivated you to start your own business?
Start my own business. So when I was reselling, the names, I don't remember the names I had when I was reselling. I know that I wanted to leave something behind, or in the process of leaving something behind, I wanted to build something that I could be proud of. So before I built the company, I mentioned the clothing brand to somebody, and they shut the idea down. I don't remember who it was. Yeah. So they shut down the idea. Like they talked me out of it. But a month went by. I think, yeah, a month went by, and my best friend calls me, who lives in Seattle right now.
Shout out to him.
Yes, his name is Ellis. Shout out to him, because we were on the phone for 3 hours while I was working. He was giving me the biggest pep talk ever. He's like, look, what do you got to lose? Go for it. He's like, if you don't do it now, you're gonna regret it later. So I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So that December, either a week or two before the new year, I opened up the LLC. And that's not the actual birth. I opened up the LLC, but the name and the logo didn't come till after.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. But how did you come up with the name?
The name. So, all right, this is an interesting story.
What is the name, aside from our viewers that doesn't know?
So the clothing brand is called Official Narrow. The slogan is, moving on to better things. Obviously, as you can see, the logo displayed on our podcast right now. And yeah, exactly, on the hat. If you were to connect both of them, you can see the letter O and the letter N.
I see.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So, originally the brand was gonna call it Narrow, but since Instagram already had, someone already took Narrow from Instagram. obviously the only professional way to put is official. So from there, I continued having everything as official Narrow. So,
Is there a reason why you chose Narrow?
oh yeah, so sorry, I went off track with that. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was at Arepa's Grill, the one where I took you guys.
Okay. Ooh, that's a really good spot. Oh man.
Yeah, so
Oh man.
Arepa's Grill is a I think Venezuelan
I
restaurant.
think it was Venezuelan, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a Venezuelan restaurant that I went with a good friend of mine. Her name is Daniela. So I was having her help me come up with a name. So since my last name is Navarro, she came up with Narrow. So originally it didn't really click, but it also had a good ring to it. I was like, all right, let me see. You know, while we were eating, had a pen and paper. You know, we were busy jotting down names, and you know, yeah. So I wanted to see how where it can go. So like I said, I stuck with Narrow. I took her idea. I wanted to see how that was gonna go, and yeah, it stuck. Just the simple fact that the logo that you have on the hat now,
Yes.
I purchased before I went ahead and decided the name.
So basically, you had this way before you even had the name.
Yeah, before I changed it to official Narrow, because originally it was Narrow, like I said, but it was taken. So it was Narrow, I guess with some numbers. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But I had another friend who told me, look, to professionally display it, put official in front of it. You know, obviously for all these movie stars or all these musicians, you know, official such and such company, official,
Yeah.
you know. So I hired someone off of Fiverr to make my logo for me, and I purchased for him to make 4 logos, and this is the one that I kept.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so when I purchased the logo, the Instagram name was Narrow, you know, X, Y, and Z, like, you know, just an example.
Yes.
And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so I purchased the logo. The official, the Instagram name was, you know, Narrow123 for, you know, as an example.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when
You were
my
starting out, you didn't know.
yeah, exactly.
I get it. I
Exactly.
understand.
So when I went ahead and I added official, you know, when I changed the Instagram name to official Narrow, it took me about a week or two to actually realize the logo went well with the, you know, with the company name, official Narrow.
It was a mistake.
It was a mistake made to happen. So you know,
Great way of putting it.
yeah, exactly. You know, it wasn't. How do I explain it? Yeah, like it was a mistake made to happen. So you know, it all worked out together, honestly.
Definitely, it did. It definitely did.
Yeah, because you know,
Definitely did.
if you take the first 2 letters of the brand, O and N, you know, it creates the logo, and then our slogan,
Pretty. Yeah, yeah.
and then our slogan, on to better things. You know, the first 2 letters of the company. You know,
That was pretty clever too, using your name to match with your last name to match with the company name.
yeah. So Narrow. I mean, there's really no similarity. So it's Navarro, and then the word Narrow. I mean,
Just the way it sounds.
yeah, the way it sounds, yeah, I get it. So that's probably the reason why she went ahead and, you know, pushed that idea to me. So ever since then, it was smooth sailing. Is there any other
They're on the
questions?
rocket ship, so yeah. Let's see. So basically, you said you came in, you didn't even have the name. It was just the logo, right?
So the only name I
How
have,
you came up with that, and is there any meaning behind this logo of why you made it first?
no. So, like I mentioned, I had the name. It was Narrow. So I pitched the company name at the time, Narrow, to a Fiverr graphic designer who I paid to make my logos. So he went ahead and designed 4 logos for me, and I had to pick and choose which one I wanted him to continue developing. So he showed me 3, and the one that I had, he showed me 4, and the one that's on the hat is the one that I went ahead and purchased. I purchased all of them, but this is the one that I stuck with.
Gotcha. Is
So
there like a meaning to it?
no, there's no meaning. I mean, the only meaning is that it
Aside from the company's name?
yeah, there's no meaning to it.
Okay.
Yeah, no meaning. The only yeah.
What no?
Yeah, no. There's I mean, like I said, there is a meaning because it if you take the first two letters of the company name, it creates the logo. So, I mean, that is a meaning, but in-depth meaning of the logo, no. Nothing like that.
Because it's, you know, you never know. You probably might have had a meaning to it,
No.
as long as you're not emotional.
No meaning to it.
You get it, and then you start drinking all day. You're like, ooh.
Oh, nah. No. Ain't nothing like that.
So what is your key motivation to keep pushing forward with your company?
Key motivation. Key motivation. I would say my key motivation every day is
And let's say you're having trouble. Do you have multiple motivations? You know, it probably doesn't have to be a key one, but you might have multiple motivations. It can help people to push forward, you know, in their lives as well.
So for me, my motivation of building the company was to actually be my own boss. Like the first year when I opened up the LLC, I was doing all the research. Like I had the company, but I was still in the process of building the website, getting the web domain, figuring out what kind of clothing, like what clothing supplier I was gonna have. I did all my research that a year and a half before I went ahead and I launched everything, because I wanted to make sure that I had everything organized, just so I don't have to like figure it out at that moment. Like, all right,
You were preparing yourself.
oh yeah, of course. I was doing my research before anything, because it was like, it's just something for me to like know my back end of the business, because at one point, once this starts growing to where I want it to be, it's a learning curve for me. I just wanted to, regardless, I'm building a company. I was doing everything by myself. I needed to know where I was gonna get myself into.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's unknown territory.
Oh yeah.
From what I heard, you've been being a doorman, and it's not as far from what you was reselling.
No, it's not.
It's a whole different domain.
It's a whole different thing.
Doing your own company, and it was you. You did it on your own. People put you down, and you still found a way. You had this connection with your friend.
Oh yeah. Sorry, give me 1 second. I have Ruben Smoke asking a question. Have you thought about building a channel to aid your brand? Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. Cheeks 30 just followed us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Ruben. So this is what we're doing. As of right now, since this Twitch channel is for my gaming and my Lego builds, I am gonna be making a separate YouTube on top of a separate Twitch channel, just so it doesn't collide together. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing that. Like I already went ahead and I made a whole new Instagram just to post 2-minute clips, and then everything else is gonna be on YouTube, the entire video. So I'm in the process of doing everything at that moment, but for right now, I just wanted to go ahead and start developing all these videos, just so it doesn't get lost. Yeah. So we have to go ahead and separate everything, just so it doesn't get all mixed up together. My streaming for my games and Lego builds, to self promote myself, like I'm wearing now. This is one of the hoodies that we're selling. But in the next
Get the shirt.
that shirt too. But in the next couple of weeks, we are gonna go ahead and log into a different Twitch just so everything is just there instead of having it all mixed up. So yeah.
So, what are your goals for your business?
Goals.
Goals, man.
So I guess my goals for the business are to provide good quality garments, hoodies, t-shirt, like anything that on top of like printing the designs. So before I was limited into that because like I said, I was still doing my research. So when I started off the clothing brand, I bought a Cricut machine, a Cricut.
Cricut.
Yeah, Cricut. Yeah, I bought a Cricut machine. I bought a Cricut machine that I was cutting my heat press vinyls. So heat press vinyls are something that you heat onto the shirt. But along the way of having certain orders, like when I would wash like my samples, they would either peel off or they would wrinkle, which I didn't like. So
So the quality basically wasn't there.
the quality of the heat transfer vinyl, not the quality of the t-shirts,
Gotcha.
because not every heat transfer vinyls are adhered the same way. So when you heat press it, the glue that's behind the design is supposed to stick onto the garment, but it all depends. Like either I put too much pressure where the glue would dissolve, or I wouldn't put enough heat press, or I wouldn't put enough pressure or heat temperature where it didn't adhere properly to the garment. So I was still doing my research. I ended up buying a screen press. I still have the screen press, but I don't use it. It's harder than it seems. Just the simple fact that everything was at home based. I was doing everything in my bedroom in the apartment that I live in, and I kept everything in my bedroom. So, screen printing is a lot. It's you have to buy the screens, you have to buy the emulsion that you have to put on the screens, you have to heat the emulsion at a certain temperature, and then like with the logo on top of it, and then you have to like go to your bathtub or whatever, wash it off and make sure that there's no leftover emulsion where the design's supposed to be. It was a lot.
Sounds like tedious work.
It is.
Sounds like tedious work.
It really is.
Oh man. Was there any point like throughout working on your own where you're like, oh, I had enough,
Where is it? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't remember. To be honest, I don't remember because, like I mentioned, the first 3 years, like our friend Teggy, like, and for instance with you, like when you guys would call me to play, like I would constantly be on the computer, building, like I wouldn't even play. Like I would join the chats with you guys, and you guys hear me in the background working, or clicking away on my keyboard.
Click, clack, click, clack.
Yeah, because I was doing research on how to where to get the Photoshop, files that I needed to add to add the designs. But regrets, if I mean, I've had setbacks, but no regrets.
Good.
Everything happens for a reason. Like I did take breaks off of the business because at some point I was doing everything by myself. I would say, yeah, year and a half, year to 2 years. I'll give it that time frame. A year to 2 years by myself. But along asking for help, a lot of people came by and they did help me out. There was Tariq, Jillian, who were my models. Wagner, who was a supporter. You know, my best friend Alice, who lives in Seattle, was a supporter. You know, he gave me that pep talk. Taggy, who, you know, he's been on board since. You and Veronica, you know, came on board as my business partners. You know, yes, Gabriel, who helped me. He helped me create my Excel sheets. He's a he's smart. He recreated my Canva. What was it? My Canva invoice into Excel. Blew my mind, and this all happened in one night. I think, when was it? I went to their house, and we were just sitting in this kitchen, and it was like I didn't leave until 11 o'clock at night because we were so focused. He was explaining stuff to me, and it was just incredible. Like, that was a big help because in Excel, he was able to help me recreate like any purchase that I got. I can, you know, he helped me break it down, like section it off. So whenever I added the total amount, it sectioned everything off. Like, all right, cool. I had documentations of what I have to spend every 3 months to pay my, you know, the state taxes, and like, all right, broke down everything that I needed, either, you know, the profits or losses. You know, he just helped me keep everything in track. So that was a blessing.
You guys left pretty late that day, huh?
Yes.
You guys were
No.
shots right there.
No.
You guys were so stressed out. You're like, I need a shot.
No. I don't remember if it was a weekday or a weekend. I can't remember. But yeah, we left late. We were looking at the clock. We were like, oh, it was late. We were like, oh yeah. I felt like I overstayed my welcome because I know his wife and their kids, they were all going to bed, and when we realized what time it was like, oh.
Lucky. And you don't even remember if it was like, oh.
No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't.
Or...
I do not.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So basically, before anybody joined, such as Teggy and myself and my wife, was there any difficult times you had on your own?
Oh yeah, difficult times. Oh yeah, I mean, like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a Virgo. Virgos, we're perfectionists. We want to make sure everything is going smoothly. Everything, like, there's no errors. But obviously, like, you had to get out of that mindset. You know, there's always going to be errors. There's always going to be setbacks. It was just making sure that I was motivated. Like, I had to make sure that I kept motivating myself into, like, continue. You know, like I said, you know, breaks are needed when you're creating something because, you know, you have to expect the unexpected. Sometimes things are going to go the way you want them to, and sometimes things aren't. Like I told you, the heat transfer vinyls, you know? Like, I mean, I had a section on my website that had a disclosure, how to take care of the product, you know, and everything. But I wasn't satisfied with that because I was putting myself into the customer's shoes. Because I was like, for me, I wanted the product to last. I didn't want it to last for, you know, 5 washes and that was it. No, that's not what I wanted. So I kept, you know, once I got rid of the heat transfer vinyls, I retired the Creek Cut. I used the Creek Cut for little projects for neighbors and whatnot, which is fine. But I went ahead and had a good friend of mine who I worked with named Tony. He reached out. Well, I reached out to him to see if he can help me find someone who can give me an insight of what I needed. So there's this company that does the same thing I do. Like, the only thing I don't do is embroider hats, but they're in the same line of business. So. Yes, not yet. So, he told me that there's this company called, I don't want to butcher this. I think it's 631 or 613 Originals. So with that,
Butchered it already. you, man.
No. I don't know which one it is. I don't remember if it's 613 or 631 originals. Okay. So I don't remember which how the number goes, like their full company. But it's one of those numbers with originals. So what they are is what is the proper name for it? Screen transfer vinyls. No. Screen transfer vinyls? We're gonna go with screen transfer vinyl. So what it is that it's the same process as screen printing, but they layer it on a sheet and they add a coating over the image, so it stays onto the paper, and when you use your heat press, it stays on. But the bad side is that over time it starts to get brittle because it's not actually being heat pressed onto the t-shirt. Like I said, there's a coating. Just like, the heat transfer vinyl, how it has that glue, that adhesive in the back. Same thing with the screen printed vinyl. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that because I don't remember the proper.
I don't remember the name. So
yeah. I don't remember the actual name.
The messenger here because
yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
No, I don't.
Something similar.
But yeah, so I also had to work my way into getting that because I was able to buy the bigger sheets that I can put my design in. I had to measure out. I had to make sure that I was utilizing their sheets. So I think it was 16 by 13 inches. And I wanted to make sure I was getting my money's worth. So, so there's a term called gang sheet. There's a term called gang sheet. And what that is that you try to completely fill up that length of paper, so you, like I said, so you can get your money's worth. But I was on the computer making sure that I utilized every single nick and cranny of that. But at the end, I lost money on that. I mean, I lost, and it was a 50-50. Like I said, the more you buy, the cheaper it got. But it was. I feel like I lost money, just the simple fact that I ordered so much just so I can get, a good pricing on it. But at the end of the day, it wasn't working out in my favor. I had, Gabriel. Gabriel purchased a couple hoodies. I would say about a month or two, it would have faded away. I didn't like that. So I was like, all right. So, my option 1 of heat transfer vinyl didn't work. Option 2, the screen printed vinyl didn't work. I was like, all right. What I already pre-made, I continued selling, but I let the clients know this is how you're supposed to take care of it. But not everyone, not everyone follows, the instructions on how to wash clothes. But that's on them. So
you just provided them instructions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Up to them to read.
Exactly. Unfortunately, no one really took the time to care for their products that I gave them. But, I'm not saying Gabriel didn't, because it lasted him 2-3 months. But, like I said, I still wasn't satisfied. I wanted it to last. I was like, I know, I don't want to have to invest on screen printing because that's a lot of labor. So, yeah, not screen press. Screen printing is a lot.
Screen printing is really it.
Yes.
If you don't know what you're doing, yeah.
It's a lot, and I felt like it was going to be time consuming to learn all that, because I felt like I would have to start fresh and continue having another setback. So I kept doing research, and this is where we finally purchased the direct-to-garment.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah.
It was a long process.
Oh, yeah.
It was a long process.
Mm-hmm.
I know you did everything by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did do everything by myself. I was doing the photography, making the clothes. I was editing the clothes. Like, I don't have like the designs we have now. I would have never been able to do it if it wasn't for your cousin. G Graphics. Yep.
G Graphics, yeah. Yeah, I remember that time. I remember that moment. It
Yeah.
was very hard. Um, so I remember we when we joined, we were very hyped. We put out a collection which you made, the smiley face collection.
Yeah.
So we were very hyped, very happy. Um, but things didn't go our way.
No, I didn't.
Basically, our way meaning as a group, as a company. It didn't go as how we envisioned it. Um, that probably was a factor in why we we stopped for a moment too. It kind of hit us. It kind of really did hit us.
Yeah, I did.
It really did. For a while, we just took a break from there.
Yeah, I think
Um,
I would say we took 6 months break. 6 months.
yeah,
Just
we
speak.
didn't know what to do.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do.
We really
Um,
didn't. Because we thought it was a great idea. We thought it was a great idea, but it just didn't.
Like it wasn't the design; it was more of trying to get the quality out there. It was like we still needed more. We needed more of a team to help us grow.
Yeah.
We had Teggy who's still helping us out. Amongst his friends, his peers and everyone else. But like I said, there was so much for me to do at that time that I couldn't figure out what type of designs I wanted to start selling. I came up with basic ones. Obviously, the classic, the logo, the word in official narrow, the left chest. Um, yeah, so like I had already so much on my plate at the time that I needed to start building the team. So I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead, shoot.
What made you and Veronica pitch the idea to me that you guys wanted to be my business partners?
Well, I can't speak on Veronica's behalf.
Mhm.
She'll probably kill me anyways. But
Okay.
from my point of view, from my side, my opinion, not opinion, my fact. I've always seen you working hard, right?
Mhm.
Every time we try to play a game with you, you would ignore us. Not really ignore us, but you would be on your work. You was very dedicated 24/7, all the time. Even I called you here and there, and you will always still be working, no matter what. You will be at your job. I remember that. And
Oh yeah.
you will still be working too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say how you're doing. You're like, yeah, I'm just, looking at some things over here. I'm like, man, this guy's eating, drinking, sleeping, pooping,
Yeah.
official narrow everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the dedication that I saw. And I'm like, he really needs help. He really needs that help in order to make his dream come true.
Yeah, and with everyone being on board now, it's like it's not only my dreams; it's everyone else's dream. Like now, I'm not saying it's a burden on me. It's more of a push for me to continue going where we have to go to make sure that every one of you are happy. Just the simple fact that you guys believed in me. So I do appreciate that. I forgot. I forgot about that. That I was when I was working overnights, I would bring my laptop with me or my tablet, and I was working. I mean, luckily I was very fortunate enough that they allowed me to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because if not, then I wouldn't be able to. Because working overnights, it's tough. So I would work from 11 to 7. I would either go home, work on the business, then go to sleep, or I would go home, sleep, and then work on the business to stay up the next day. So let's say I would wake up at 3. So from 3 o'clock, I would be up until 7 o'clock the next day, or I wouldn't go to bed. I would continue working until 3 o'clock and then go to bed. Like I've had moments that I wouldn't sleep for a day because I was so focused. But yeah, I mean, like me,
That's determination you need, anyways.
yeah, like
You was very motivated.
yeah. So the thing is, like a lot of people talk like what's the expression? Oh man, I kept saying this expression, or someone told me. There's this expression. There's a lot. I'll actually get back to you on that one because I can't think.
Man.
Yeah, I can't think of the expression right now. But you know, a lot of people are all talk, but not a lot of people are willing to put in the work. So you know, I didn't really advertise.
Talk, but don't walk the walk.
There you go. I didn't really advertise the business when I was building it because I already had so much on my plate. Like I was more focused on building it, making sure everything was very, just my learning. I wanted to make sure that I was learning everything. You know, like right now, I'm still learning. Like these clips that we're doing, our podcast. You know, I personally was doing my own Twitch. Our gameplays, my Lego builds, and I just went ahead and I learned how to do all this out of for our needs. On top of the video clips that you see on Instagram. Like I found this web server that allows me to edit all this, to add these captions, to add like all these other features to make sure that it fits the proper size for Instagram. What's the other one? TikTok, all these other stuff. So it's like for instance, like I'm still learning. Like I just finished editing 2 videos that my gameplays from last night. I cut down the clips. Like all right, it got where it needed to be, but I'm still learning. Like even let's say for instance, Street Graphics. He's like, all right, look, these are I can send him this website. If he wants, he can mash up a whole all the photography that we do, or his designs or whatever. And there you go. There's no need to build software. There's no reason for him to download the software if it's all internet based. So it's like I'm grateful that I am pushing myself to like educate myself more, learn. This was like I said, I have like what is that expression? I'm a master. What is it? I'm a jack of all trades.
What a master of none.
Yes, but there is a full.
Is it? I forgot.
No. There's an
Yeah.
there's an extension to that. It's jack of all trades, a master of none. Oh man, hold on. Let me see if I can look for it because it's a really really nice expression. Not everybody utilizes it properly. Let me see if I can find it. Hey,
I kind of had some jokes there, but let's not say them.
this guy. There we go. I think. Here we go. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. And it's true. Oh, yeah, and it's very true. Because I just closed out my entire. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's true. That quote is true because how can I explain it? Like for you, for instance, you know me, outside of our business. Obviously, we've been friends for years. But
Yes.
you've come to me for advice that you didn't think I would know. I mean, I really don't.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't express everything that I know because sometimes, like I like to learn a little bit of everything. And all that helped me out in my life. So it's like, it's good. It's a blessing and a curse, But that saying that I just read to you resonates exactly how I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
You Master Splinter over here.
This guy, wow. I actually have.
You have any more questions for me? Or you?
No, I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I actually do. What are your thoughts of everything? From when you joined up until now.
Wow, my thoughts about that. What you mean? What into detail or in general?
Yeah, into detail.
Basically, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, man.
To me, it's a roller coaster. We have our highs and we have our downs.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We have our arguments, but at the end of the day, it's just argument. We're not pushing this to our personal level.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You shouldn't at all.
No, because
You
criticism
shouldn't at all. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's a whole different experience. Something that it's totally different from what I would used to do. You know, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love trying something new.
Just the idea of working from home and owning your own business is what's actually thriving us to continue.
Yeah.
And providing it's not even that, it's like us providing the quality. From the phone cases that I do, the tote bags, the hoodies, the t-shirts. Like we had when we got the direct to garment machine, like we had issues on top of issues. Like the ink, the pre-treatment wasn't laying on properly on on the garments. The designs wasn't coming out the way they wanted to. Like we would have to reprint it 3 times.
That I remember that was very tough for us too.
Oh,
that was very tough. Oh man. Oh, I remember Veronica, my wife. She started doubting. She's like, "Did we do the right thing?" And in any scenario that ever happened to us, Diego, the 3 of us, every time someone would go down like that, we were there to support each other.
Oh yeah.
We are the support teams.
Oh yeah.
Other.
All
we will always pick each other up.
Amongst our brothers, yeah. You I wish that my best friend Ellis, who lives in Seattle, was you guys can meet him, because we've been holding each other down since our college years up until now. I'm grateful enough to meet you guys. You, Veronica, Taggy, and Gabriel. His wife and his family, and everyone else. So it's like we've all created this bond that we have each other's back no matter what. Yeah, unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
We've all had our issues that we've all helped each other uplift ourselves.
Yeah.
We were there for for you, we were there for Gabriel, we were there for Taggy.
We were there for every single one. But I remember that day. She doubted what we did, and that was scary, because I was like, oh no, please don't doubt that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's normal. Like I don't blame her for feeling like that, because it's normal. Everything. Yeah, I mean she's right. Like everything wasn't going the way we thought it would be.
Yeah, but we managed to push through. It took us a while, and we managed. We were there. I remember we were there all the way until like 11, 12 in midnight.
Yeah. Your mic is sounding a little bit echoey.
No. Is it bad?
No, but I can notice it now.
How about now?
You still hear it.
Oh no.
See if you can move your mic a little bit away from your mouth.
Is it better now?
Yeah, a lot better.
Oh, I disconnected something. I don't have. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
To move this wire out.
No, you're good.
Ooh, that must have been bad. I'm sorry. Sorry for the listeners out there.
No,
the viewers.
We gotta update your setup now.
Oh no.
Nah, but that's funny. I got the same headset, Razer. Wait, is this Razer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. This is Razer.
You got the wireless one.
I got thing here, my man. I still got the little thingy here. But
I'm talking about mine's is wired.
Oh yeah,
yours is wireless.
Mine's wired too.
Oh, yours wired. I'm sorry, I'm colorblind. See?
Nah, I mean it's black. I'm wearing black. You're definitely not gonna see it. Oh man.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
That was bad. That was hard. that was hard. We pushed through that
Yeah.
event.
So like,
Um,
thankfully the company gave us like the package that we purchased for the direct to garment, like it came with coupons. We were able to get, 1,000, close to, yeah, $1,000 worth of free clothes because of everything that we've, the package that came
credit.
with it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
credit on top of, the support that they've given us. Any questions I had, I emailed them, they'd get back to me the next day, you know, which is good. So when we started off, the what was it? The white base, wasn't printing out properly. So when we put that solution that needed to clean the nozzle head, everything from there started going smoothly. We didn't have to reprint everything twice. We only had to do that once, and it was for that custom T-shirt for my cousin's friend.
Yes.
Yes. But
Yeah.
other than that, everything that we
It was-
printed.
Yeah. There was a time where we were like, "Oh my God, is this really gonna work?"
Oh no, definitely. I've even thought that. Like,
Yo, we were scared. We were scared, but that actually helped us to push forward. That actually helped us to motivate. We're like, we cannot fail right now. We cannot fail.
no, we
want
can't.
to do this. We want to keep going.
You know,
There's a lot of these companies are abusing their employees.
oh yeah, yeah. We have background on that
Yeah, yeah,
from the last
That's
company we worked with.
yeah. There was a lot of abuse.
Yeah, they took
Not physically. It's
No.
all mentally.
mentally, and they just took advantage of not they took advantage of us, and then other company takes advantage of other employees. So we're not trying to lead down. We're not
Yeah.
trying to lead down that rabbit hole.
No,
Not at all.
we're trying to
Wholesome.
do as much as we possibly can.
Oh yeah. Treat
And
everyone
in a good way. Everyone the same. Everyone the same.
Exactly. Is there any other questions you
Oh.
have for me?
Yeah. What advice would you give someone who is planning to start their own business?
I would say, so the way I was able to start is that I saved money. So I saved money just so I have I had leeway money that I can play around with to test out, like I said, the products that we're using, different methods on how I can get the designs on the products. So I would say save a good amount of money, do tons of research before actually launching your company. Once you think you're ready, go for it. Sky's the limit.
That's true.
Like I mentioned earlier, expect the unexpected. Expect it for things to go bad. Expect things to go good. It's an emotional roller coaster, because it's like, at some point, you are gonna doubt yourself. At some point you are gonna be like, all right, nice. Yeah, my friends and family's been very supportive. Since I've been building the company.
People probably won't have that support.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably won't have that support. But if you really want to achieve your dream, you should always make that step forward.
Yes.
You should.
Yes. Don't even.
You should.
Yes. Just make that first step. The key thing of is just research. That's my opinion. Because, like I said, all the research that I've done, it's something that helped us out with our brand.
That's true.
So I would say research is a key thing.
Man, put something down, for viewers. If you ever doubt yourself, and if you ever think like, will there ever be a right time to start your business? Well, there will always be obstacles at any given moment. And you should always put your foot forward to achieve your dream, even if you have to take baby steps. And even if you fail, you have to learn from your mistakes. Keep pushing forward. success doesn't happen on its own. Well, success doesn't happen on its own majority of the times, but um, it comes from determination, hard work, and learning from your failures, basically.
Oh yeah.
Well, those little victories will eventually turn into bigger victories, and you always have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So like you mentioned. I'm sorry. Was there anything else for that quote?
No. Keep going. You can keep
All right. Yeah. So like you mentioned, mistakes. Like I explained earlier, the mistakes I found on the heat transfer vinyls. I moved on to the screen printed vinyls. Moved on now to the direct garment. There's stages. Like from where we started improving. I continued doing my research to improve what we needed, to get the quality of our designs on to the garment as best as we can. And yeah. Oh, I meant to comment on something you said earlier. So there was this company who reached out to me called Serve New York. So they were following me on the journey of the Official Hour brand, and they reached out to me for some advice. So I gave them the advice. I'd be like, look, I legitimately told them with the bottom of my heart, if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to message me, because they were also building their clothing brand, and they were out based in Long Island. I don't remember where. I haven't spoken to them since. I don't know what they're up to. I'm gonna see if I can reach out to them and get an update, or have them join our podcast. They
can talk about their journey.
Yeah, they can talk about their journey, whether they're still doing it, whether they're not, or they ventured off to something else. So I have a couple of so I have a couple of other guests that I want to go ahead and invite. Amongst my friends, I have a musician who I'm thinking of, two musicians, rappers who I want to go ahead and bring on board. On top of there was one more person. On top of Ruben Smokes. So he's a cousin of mine. He also has his own stream and everything. He has a good amount of followers. We can ask him stuff. So yeah, I think this is the end of our podcast. So our podcast, for right now, we're gonna be doing our podcast from Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Sorry, Monday and Friday. Sorry, good. Monday and Friday, not Monday through Friday. We're not there yet. But
No, not yet.
Yeah, no. But Monday and Friday. For now, I would say between 12 to 1. Right now, we started a little bit later because I had, certain things to do.
Errands,
Yeah, I had a couple of errands that I needed to take care of. So yeah, if there's any topics you guys wanted to touch base, let us know. Comment below, because I also have the full content on YouTube. So comment below, message me on Diego X Narrow for any topics, or you can message us on Narrow Talks on Instagram.
Or you can, message us personally as well. My Instagram is at Stimpy430.
Yeah. So.
And, any questions? You're more than welcome.
Questions, any subjects you guys wanted to touch base on, by all means. So yeah.
So if you notice that we're wearing the Official Hour shirts here.
Yeah, we're self promoting ourselves.
But
now, I mean, it's true. I mean, we gotta.
It is.
There's only one way to do it: to self promote yourself. So this is a hoodie that we have. This is what is this? Sorry. This is New Narrow City. Sorry, the way I'm looking at it, the camera is the other way around.
And this is the Official Narrow Ransom shirt. I'm sorry that it's backwards.
No, for you it's fine. For me, I have it backwards. I have my camera facing. It's flipped, so I'm facing you when we're.
Oh, from my screen it shows flipped as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's why I'm saying, I'm sorry if it's flipped.
No. All right, guys. So this is the end of our podcast. So we are gonna go ahead and see you guys on Monday.
Like, subscribe, please.
Yes.
If you enjoy this, let us know as well.
Yes, let us know. Comment everything. Like our Instagram.